Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the 52nd episode of Wowhead Weekly. That's a whole year. That's a year worth of weeks.
Yeah.
Look at
That
us.
is exciting.
I know. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. So getting right into it, let me first introduce my lovely co-host, Wowhead Site Manager, Perculia.
Hey everyone, we have so many holidays this week.
Yes.
It is overwhelming. We've got the Drainer event, and then Pirates Day, and then Brewfest, and then Harvest Festival. So we're going to explain everything you can get in the show and some other sweet merchandise things and a cool Wowhead contest.
So many. I'm super excited to talk about the art contest, but I'll keep it in until the end.
Save the best for last.
I know. I'm like unbelievably excited about this. But so today, the first thing we want to talk about, of course, is Blizzard merchandise. We tried to get this stuff out of the way first. So the Grinning Reaver, this guy, this is my Goblin Hunter. Isn't she adorable? This is the Grinning Reaver mount. It is a ground and flying mount, and right now it is 50% off until September 22nd, making it only $12.50. It's kind of like that red bug. He's got like a mask. It kind of reminds me of like a Laughing Skull bug. Very horrid.
Yeah, it's a mix between the AQ bugs and Laughing Skull.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And he does fly. This is me flying in Draenor. And if you want to see what it looks like on your character before buying it, you can check out wowhead.com/dressing-room to see your own character riding it. He's awesome. I bought him just so I could take a screenshot. I think this means I can write it off on my taxes. It's a work expense. There's also some new Illidan and Heroes of the Storm figures coming that are pretty cool. I don't have pictures of these because I have so many displays this week. I didn't have enough, but they're really, really cool. They're posable, and they have all different parts and stuff.
Yeah, there's 30 posable parts, so you can bend them. They're meant to be action figures, and they come with their weapons. So Illidan has his glaives, and Nova has a gun and some sort of hand that you can detach and reattach. Mm-hmm. And there's some really fun pictures that the Heroes community managers have been posing of them sort of fighting each other. You can get some really dramatic things. It's not just like their arms and legs move, their torsos moved, you know, all their joints. So that is pretty cool. And Arthas and Tyrael are coming as part of Wave 2 for the figurines.
That's so cool. I'm really excited about the ones they've done, but I'm super excited for the Arthas one. I'll probably get it. They're not too bad either. They're $21.99 each, which isn't bad. Yeah. And I do believe those fall under Wowhead's discount code of Wowhead10.
Yeah, I checked that out. I put them in my inventory and it worked. So they're eligible.
Let's just pretend that was the right graphic, because that's not the right graphic.
But that's also going on.
But I mean, that's relevant too. But through the end of September, we do have a code at the Blizzard gear store. It is 10% off of anything, pretty much anything, using code Wowhead10. But we do have the Jinx one too that I just showed the graphic for. Darn, I was doing so well. Let's move on. Let's move on from my failure and talk a little bit about the Draenor bonus dungeon event.
Yeah, so it's the weekly event. It goes from Wednesday until Monday, September 21st. And this is a really good time to get those inquests done for your toys and the level 3 inn, which has a special gold missions. And the bonuses that you get as part of the event are that heroic and mythic dungeons give reputation with specific Draenor reps. And if you have a level 3 trading post, that counts and you get 20% more rep from that. So queue up for the dungeon you want if you really want rep with a certain faction, and that is Arakoa Outcast. You have to do Skyreach. Steamweedle Preservation is Blood Maul and Upper Blackrock Spire. Shatari Defense for the Alliance or Laughing Skull for Horde are Auchindoun and the Everbloom. And that's really cool because you don't need a trading post to get rep with those factions. You just need to join a friend's garrison that has a quartermaster up to buy the items from them. And then finally, the Council of Exarchs for Alliance and Frostwolf Orcs for Horde are Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, Iron Docks, and Grimrail Depot. And in addition, Mythic Dungeons, which are more challenging, if you do 4 of them, you can get in one of those Hellfire Citadel loot caches that has a heroic item inside, and bosses can drop loot that's item level 685 with a chance to be item level 705.
Yeah, you do have to be in a pre-made group to do Mythic Dungeons. That is worth noting. There's not a queue up for them. So this is a really good time to get some stuff done with your guildies, or to maybe make some friends on your server, or you can use the pre-made group tool that Blizzard has. But for Mythic Dungeons, for also getting a piece of Heroic's Hellfire Citadel loot is a really good deal, I think. Because if you're running a character that doesn't have a significant amount of like Hellfire Citadel gear, there's a solid chance you're going to get a couple upgrades out of those instances. And you're going to get a piece of heroic gear at the end.
And there's no item level requirements, so if you're under geared on alt, but you have friends that are really geared, they could sort of carry you through Mythic, and you could get your first piece of Hellfire Citadel loot that way.
Mythic dungeons are fun. They're difficult. They're not super challenging, but you actually do have to do the mechanics. You can't just out-gear it and like cheese through the bosses with damage. You actually have to like move out of the fire and kill things in the right order. Like
I've also heard from friends that it's pretty good if you're doing challenge modes because this is a way of practicing on something that's difficult and is basically the same but with your gear a lot better. So you can, practice without that pressure of the timer.
Yeah, and we've been talking a little bit about heroic dungeons and mythic dungeons, and Wowhead has this new feature called charts, which we talked a little bit about last week. And I'm going to show you a graphic of some of the charts, and Perk will explain what the heck they all mean.
Yeah, so we have these charts and we pull them from updated profiles on wowhead.com, and they're just really interesting to discuss. So looking at these charts, we can see that not many users have done Mythic Dungeons, significantly less than Heroic Dungeons, and Everbloom seems to be at the top due to a past exploit, and it's also really good for getting reputation. There's a lot of bosses, plus there's, you can get rep with Shatari or Laughing Skull, which previously you needed the trading post for.
Yeah.
So we can see that while more players have done heroic clears, like maybe 60%, that's still maybe not as much as expected from past expansions because at launch, heroic gear is not really awesome next to all your garrison mission gear, which was much easier to get, all those eye-level 630s and 645. We looked at some achievements. Only 2% of Wowhead users have the Glory of the Draenor Hero achievement, which has the mount. So if you're looking to get more mounts, grab some friends and try to do some of them. And finally, we looked at the reputations that you could possibly get during this holiday, and the Arako Outcast is the most popular reputation, with 20% of users having it at Exalted, with the trading post reps being the lowest as expected.
That is so when I saw that chart that only 60% of people have done all of the heroics, I was floored. I cannot believe that so few people. I mean, that's almost half. Like that's crazy how many people haven't even like done them. It's because of the garrison.
Have you done this once? No.
Yeah. It's because all the garrison gear was so good, there just wasn't a great incentive to do it. Which is kind of interesting to see because they said in Legion that dungeons are going to be really relevant and really
with the profession materials involved in some way.
Yeah, so it's like interesting to see such a huge, like almost half of the people playing at max level right now like haven't even done heroics, and next expansion it's going to be like basically mandatory. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm not surprised about the reps at all though, because I got Exalted with Arako Outcast and I don't even think I was trying.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that Steam Weedle was more popular because you can get multiple pets from it, but I guess Arako is easier because you get a lot of rep while questing, while Steam Weedle is all like, go out and kill these elites and loot chests, and it's harder to get. Yeah. So I think more people actively try to get Steam Weedle because Arako, you just sort of naturally accumulate.
Yeah, you just kind of get it. Because like I said, I got Exalted, and it was just from like the items that you get from your garrison missions and whatever I naturally got. And then now, we were talking about this earlier, a ton of holidays this coming like week or so. A ton. The 19th is Pirates Day, and the 19th, Pirates Day only runs from the 19th to the 20th, so it's a super short holiday. If you want to do it, you got to do it. It's sort of like an in-game version of like Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's just like a fun thing. It's not made to be super serious. This isn't part of...
it's not stressful at all.
Yeah, it's not part of the meta achievement, what a long strange trip it's been. It's just very much a fun thing. You can visit Booty Bay and talk to Dread Captain D. Meza, and he'll give you a 12-hour buff that'll dress you up like a pirate. That's super fun. And there's also a special achievement called the Captain's Booty. And if you do like the pirate outfits beyond your 12-hour buff, you can consider maybe getting the Bloodsail Buccaneer set.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tricky reputation. You have to, like, get angry with Booty Bay and befriend their enemies, but it's fun, and you get, like, a cosmetic, not cosmetic, but you get sort of a common quality hat and shirt and pants to wear.
Yeah, and then this year, there is a new item for Pirates Day. It is the Big Bag of Booty. Swiggity swoogity, come to that booty. This costs 300 gold, and it's from the Dread Captain. It's an on-use item, and it throws piles of gold on the ground, and other players can actually loot it. I would say with 99% confidence it's going to be less than 300 gold that they pick up, but it's still fun. It would be a fun thing after a boss that you killed in a raid, or I don't know. I could see it being a lot of fun.
It's probably not more because you could just be buying those and throw them on the ground and run around to loot your own gold.
Yeah, so I would assume it's either the same amount or less. I would guess it's less, though. A little bit of a gold sink. But
and all those
fun.
pictures and info are from the PTR because while this is the first version of it in Warlords, this was all up on the PTR last year, so Wowhead users took pictures and researched it and did all those things. If you're wondering how we know that this item is coming.
We know.
Yeah,
we know.
We just know.
Also, fall is coming to Azeroth, to World of Warcraft. September 20th is the first day of fall, meaning that all of those summer-only things need to be done by the 19th, which is the day after tomorrow, so soon. All those summer-specific items include, the Blossoming Ancient really isn't summer-specific, but he has a different, skin kind of for each season, and he'll be changing from his summer to his fall season skin. There's the Karaji, did I do okay?
Yeah, Karaji.
The Karaji Guardling, which is a battle pet that spawns in Silithus, and he only spawns in the summer, and that is part of the World Safari achievement for the Zookeeper title, so if you want him, you're going to want to go get him today. You can use Group Finder to hop realm if you need to, and it is important to, kind of be polite, guys. If you need him, don't capture 25 of him. That's so rude. You can always upgrade him with a battle stone or something like that later, but when I went to find him, he wasn't particularly difficult to find. This wasn't like the Snowy Owl.
I took a picture today for the post, and there was multiple flying
there were
around.
a lot around. I know when I had to get the Snowy Owl for my Zookeeper title, he was hard to find, but the Karaji Guardling wasn't hard. So if you want him, got to get him today. Also, the Summer Bass, which is a fishing fish. It's a fishy fish.
Yeah.
He will be gone as soon as fall starts. This is fished up in...
It's just in any sort of coastal zone because, you can't find them in a river, but something like Blasted Lands.
Ocean,
yeah.
And that's
so
in
saltwater fish.
Yeah, saltwater.
not freshwater. Very
He's in
authentic.
level 40 to 55 areas, and this is needed for the Oceanographer achievement. And as soon as the fall ends, wait, does the winter squid come in the fall or the winter?
The winter squid comes now, but the owl is delayed until actual winter.
They shouldn't call him the winter squid. That's very confusing
to
me. The fall and winter. The cool weather squid. Whatever. You can get the squid as soon as the bass goes away. And then only the best holiday in World of Warcraft ever, outside of Hollow's End. Brewfest runs September 20th through August. I just don't want summer to end. Through October 6th. And there are actually 3 new items this year.
Yeah, so it's very cool. We've got the Stout Elemental Pet for 200 tokens, the Brewfest Banner Toy for 100 tokens, and the Steamworks Sausage Grill for 200 tokens. And you've got 1 pet and 2 toys in the deal, so that's pretty awesome for your toy box.
Yeah. I think the Elemental is really cute. I know that they've done a lot of things with that sort of model, but I think it's a cute model, so I'm not mad about seeing him finally going live. Of course, you can use these Brewfest tokens, these Brewfest prize tokens in order to purchase these. The Stout Elemental Pet is 200 tokens, the Brewfest Banner Toy is 100 tokens, and the Steamworks Sausage Grill is 200 tokens. This is pretty much, those tokens are going to be the main way that you get everything from Brewfest, but there's a couple exceptions. There's a bunch of ways that you can acquire these tokens. You can get 25 tokens from daily quests. You can get 60 tokens from the introductory quest, although I think it's only 20 on EU servers. I don't know why
there's
that is,
I guess it's alcohol and restrictions and stuff. You can't get the Wolper Tinger, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You also get 40 tokens for defeating Corrin Direbrew on your first run each day, and you can get 20 to 40 for each keg run. Now, the keg runs are like a mini game. You try to go as fast as possible and collect numerous portable Brewfest kegs before the time on your RAM runs out. And the RAM is kind of weird because you can't just sprint. You have to keep him at this one specific pace, or else he'll get too tired and go really slow, and you don't want him to go slow either. So there's a sweet spot. If you drive a standard car, you know what I'm talking about. You'll go around and you'll collect kegs, which will increase your ram duration by 30 seconds, and each keg will contain 2 tokens. Ram racing will let you go faster, but you also gain that fatigue quickly the faster that you go. So you have to find the spot, because at 100 fatigue, the ram will get exhausted and he'll walk all slow. The trick is to take an optimized route of picking up kegs and then turning them in and going as fast as possible while clearing your fatigue at the apple buckets. And I'm sure there's tons of videos on YouTube, or you can check out Wowhead. There are all sorts of resources for that if it's something that you're interested in doing. And of course, there's a bunch of different ways that you can spend your tokens. There's 5 toys. This is the first Brewfest in Warlords of Draenor with an active toy box, so there are 5 toys that you can add to that. The sausage grill, which we just talked about, the Brewfest banner, which we also just talked about, the Pandaren brew pack, which costs 100 tokens, which puts a keg on your back and it lets you toss brew. There's the Brewfest pony keg, which costs 100 tokens, that lets you place a keg down that people can drink from, and the Brewfest keg pony, which summons a pony that has a keg that people can drink from, and that is 200. Then there's of course all of the Brewfest garb. There's hats and dresses and pants and boots, and they're adorable. They all look very
They should be cosmetic items.
Why are they not? Don't even get me started on
They recently made the Fire Festival crown cosmetic, so I'm like, these items need to be as well. Also, I get very confused between the pony keg and the keg pony. I'm just saying.
Why did they name it that way? I don't understand. But maybe if we were more into beer, we would be able to differentiate those, but what are you going to do? There's also a brew helm, which allows you to attach a tankard to your helm. You can get the Brew of the Month membership, which will send you a monthly brew. I still have that on my Hunter.
They're really fun too if you haven't gotten it. And if you have all them and you're like, oh my god, please stop sending these, you can, there's a way to cancel them as well. So
please, no more brew. There's also the Brewfest hops, which transforms your mount to look like a Brewfest mount, so sort of like the winter reindeer one that they have. There's, oh my god, there's so many. Blix's eyesight enhancing romance goggles, or Bilby's eyesight enhancing romance goggles, which will make all of your players look like gnomes or orcs depending on your faction.
And if you look at the abbreviation, it spells out beer.
Oh my god, beer goggles, stop. And then there's also the pint-sized pachyderm, which is a cute elephant pet. I don't know if we have it listed on here, but you can also get the Warpletinger with the little, the
that is not via prize tokens in the US. In EU, it's tokens, but in the US, it's part of a little short, cute quest line that you do.
That's so confusing, because they can drink younger than we can.
Yeah, I think that's why some of the achievements aren't required, because I don't know if you can do them in both zones. But yeah, there's a Brewfest meta achievement if you haven't done this before. You get the Brewfest title, which is account-wide and, also really good on, Pandaren in general if you're a brewmaster. You can complete all the Brewfest achievements to get this title, except for Brew of the Year, Almost Blind Luck, Strange Brew, and Disturbing the Peace. So those give achievement points, but you don't need that to get your Proto-Draken title.
Yeah.
And achievement progress is account-wide, so one character can do achievement A, another character can do achievement B, and then that all works together.
Yep.
So, I can talk a little bit about Corin, because he's all items and loot. But, so Corin Direbrew is sort of the boss of Brewfest. You must be level 100 this year to queue for him. His loot is updated to item level 670. As usual, he drops trinkets for all specs, with sort of alcohol-themed, names to them. And on the first kill of the day, you can get the keg-shaped treasure chest, which can contain any of these fun items. The Dire Brews remote, which will teleport your party to the Grim Guzzler, and people like to use it to troll others because it looks really cool. And then you click on it, and then you're in, Black Rock Depths. You can get eye level 670 weapons, the Tremendous Tankard O Terror, and Dire Brew's Bloody Shanker. And these weapons, they're not the best in the game, but they're pretty fun because their weapon models are really what their names say they are. It's a tankard and a broken bottle. And a fun fact about the dagger is that the original Bloodied Shanker was a really overpowered weapon in vanilla for rogues because of its speed and its bleed effect and a few other things. So right now it's like, oh, this silly Brewfest weapon, but it has a pretty cool history. And the most important thing is that there's a small chance you can get the Swift Brewfest Ram or a Great Brewfest Kodo, and they're not faction specific, so this is sort of a fun way to get mounts that look like the other side. They're holiday versions of the Dwarf Ram and the Tauren Kodo.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I was obsessed with getting that Ram. In Wrath of the Lich King, I had 5 max level characters, and I would run Brewfest every single day on all of my characters, and I got it on my mage on the very last day, and I was really, really excited. I had the Kodo on like 4 characters, but I wanted the Ram because you could only get it that way.
Yeah, when you mention the characters, that's also a good point, that because the mounts are account-wide and you only get the keg treasure chest on the first kill of each character, you want to bring some alts through there. So, character A, if they don't get lucky, character B could get the mount, and then everyone can use it. And that's also good for the toys, because you might be thinking, oh my god, there are 5 new toys, I need like 1,000 tokens, and I'm not very good at ram racing. But you can have different characters farm up different tokens, and there's really no level requirement outside of Core and Dire Brew, so all of your characters can do the ram races and initial dailies, and get they can get a few hundred tokens at least.
Yeah, for sure. So this next thing we're going to talk about, I didn't know existed.
Awesome.
The Harvest Festival is the thing. That's not what you get. That's not Pilgrim's Bounty, right? This is...
No, but people get confused because they both sound very...
Okay, So apparently Harvest Festival is a thing, guys. It runs from the 21st to the 28th. I literally had no idea this existed. I'm not joking. And I have all of the holiday achievements, like for, Violet Proto Drake and stuff. Like, and I just, when I saw this on the notes, I'm like, does she mean Pilgrim's Bounty? What is this? Nope, I'm just a noob and I didn't know this existed.
But yeah, it is a small holiday because it has no new achievements, and it was pretty sort of dull, but there's actually new items added in 2015.
Oh.
Basically, the extent of the holiday is that there's this quest line to honor Uther or Grom, and the quest line sends you to honor the fallen heroes at their monuments. So, you would go to his tomb in the Plaguelands, and you get cool rewards like a memorial book and Bounty of the Harvest, which generates harvest bread. Okay. But the new thing is that when you finish doing that, you get these spirit shards that have a really cool neon glow effect, and there's anxious ones and forlorn.
They give you a glow effect?
Yeah, like you get the item and then you use it on yourself, and you get like a green effect or purple, and there's blue and one other color.
Okay, what does harvesting have to do with Uther and Grom?
So I think it's meant to be sort of like Memorial Day, I think, like remembering the fallen heroes. Like, I guess you're sort of celebrating like the harvest being done, people are resting and celebrating that they have good times of paying tribute to the people that made, their life good, sort of paying tribute to ancestors.
Oh.
But I think that they could do a lot more with this, it's and it also seems
holiday.
It seems like a missed opportunity
it's like
to
you honor, but then there's that whole holiday that's dedicated to honoring elders.
Yeah.
So that I'm confused.
And I mean, because we have Grom, it just feels it feels like a missed opportunity to do something with Draenor in an alternate timeline.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess. So this is the thing, guys. Did you know?
Yeah, like, if we're paying tribute to Grom, it's like, well, Grom's right there at Hellfire Citadel. Why aren't we? I don't know. I think that they could have done some interesting crossover thing, or...
I really had no idea this holiday existed. I consider myself to be a nerd when it comes to things that don't matter in WoW, too. So, like, I really would have thought that I would have known about this, and I didn't. And I, like, also think it's so confusing because it has nothing to do with Pilgrim's Bounty or honor your elders, but... I don't know.
Yeah, man. I bet when I put up the Harvest Festival, people will be like, "Where's the cornucopia?"
Where's the cornucopia?
Yeah, people are going to be asking
that holiday. Where's my turkey? Yeah.
But the spirit shards do look kind of cool, and they're sort of neat for screenshot effects.
Well, now I want to get the stupid spirit shards. I wish you got more than 3, though. Can you do the quest?
I wish they were a toy. Like, why couldn't they be like the anxious shard, and you click on it and you turn blue?
Yeah, and then they would give you a reason to do it every year on multiple characters because you'd have different ones. And...
Yeah. And have a permanent reminder so you don't forget the holiday exists in the future.
It's just, I guess I'm just very confused as to what anything has to do with anything. Like, most of the holidays have such a good, like, I get it, right? I get it. I don't get any of this.
Yeah, it sort of feels like it's sort of a quirky vanilla holiday that made it in and they didn't really update it. And they're like, oh, you know, we don't need to make this be big because we've always got Brewfest going on at the same time. And it just sort of is like sneaking under the radar, but I think that they sort of could do more with it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it is missed with Draenor, I think.
Someone in chat said they think Harvest Festival was actually one of the first holidays they did in vanilla, and then it just really nothing's happened with it since.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that Pilgrim's Bounty was not one of the early holidays, and they sort of added that in, and that's why it's not part of the meta achievement.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're like, oh, we added this extra holiday, and now we've got this little one we didn't do anything with, and the fall's really crowded with holidays now, so
maybe they'll
we'll
revamp it someday, like they did the Darkmoon Fair. Like, the Darkmoon Fair used to be kind of stupid and pointless, too.
Or they could just move it to August, because we don't really have, there's sort of this dry spell of holidays, I feel, where you've got Midsummer in late June and early July, and then July and August and like early September, sort of nothing going on really.
Yeah, so just move Harvest Festival to like, I don't know, like maybe mid to late August, which is when people are, listen, I have an apple tree in my backyard, let me tell you what, that is harvest season, okay? It's apple apocalypse out there. So like that would be perfect, and maybe they could have a bunch of really cute achievements where you could go like, you know, pick fruits from, and then...
Or you could, if they want you to honor actual characters versus elders, you could go to, you know, more tombs, or someone's tomb that was destroyed by the Cataclysm, or, you know, go back to Draenor and honor whoever, you know, died there.
Or
like,
maybe
just
go
back to Pandaria.
Is pretty beaten down these days. You just honor that.
Yeah. Yeah. So just, I mean, they can make a little tour out of it. I think that would be fun.
That would be fun. Maybe they will. But big news. We're really excited about this. We're really, really excited about this. I won't. You go.
Okay, so we are trying something new with our contest, and we're very excited that we are having a Legion-themed art contest, and it's so exciting. To enter, you have to draw a Legion-themed wallpaper, at least 800 by 600, just showing us what you're most excited about, like demon hunters, or class halls, or artifact weapons. And we're going to say this a lot, but do not upload others' artwork. You will be disqualified and not able to enter future giveaways. It's not really cool to the artists.
No,
but
rude. Don't be rude.
Yeah. More positive news is that we have really awesome prizes.
Yes!
Yeah, they are so cool. Bring that up. So the grand prize is a Cintiq 27 QHD Touch, 1 year of Wowhead Premium, and we will pre-order the Legion Collector's Edition for you. It always comes with an awesome art book. That tablet is crazy. We have 3 first place prizes, even more tablets, a Cintiq 13 HD Touch, a year of Wowhead Premium, and the Digital Collector's Edition. And we have 15 second place winners, which will get a Digital Collector's Edition and a year of Wowhead Premium. And all submissions may be displayed at Wowhead's BlizzCon party on November 5th at the Hilton. We've been talking with the party planners about getting walls to set them up on. And we're really excited about this. It's a new type of giveaway for us. We're really excited what the community can do.
Yes.
So, just a few boring fine print things about the rules. It has to be original for the giveaway. So, past artwork doesn't count. If you did an awesome Illidan a year ago, make a different Illidan for us. It's 1 entry per user because we want your entry to be really awesome, because we're not going to randomly pick winners. They're going to be picked by the Wowhead staff as a group. Yeah, you know, based sort of, you know, like, are you original? How creative was it? And skill. And these aren't like fixed amounts, like 30% skill and 40% creativity. This is just sort of letting you know it's not random, and we really want to see awesome, cool things, because these are awesome tablet prizes. It's not just like, win a mountain game. It's something that if you are really serious about art, you really want this. And you have through October 17th to enter, so it's around a month. We looked at the Blizzard art contest that they've done, and they roughly have the same amount of time, so we thought that was fair. And you can pretty much enter with whatever medium you like. So if you want to like do something digital, if you want to do watercolors or pencil, just get, you know, submit it to us on the contest page. We're not going to be picky. You don't need to have like a figurine versus like 3 figurines. It's just something that shows that you are excited about Legion.
Yeah, and just it's, the idea is kind of like desktop wallpapers, like maybe something that like we can share with Wowhead users. I mean, this is a really great outlet too, because I'm sure that Wowhead will feature quite a bit of what is received.
Yeah.
And like this is your audience, man. Like these are people who are really into World of Warcraft and really into WoW fan art, and it's like such a cool opportunity. I'm not even talking like from a business standpoint, just like to like nerd out and like be fans of all the same thing. And you're just like, oh, I love that thing too. We all love the thing together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I'm super, super excited about it. And I can't wait to see, like, there are some specific people I have in mind that I just really hope they enter. And if they do, I really can't wait to see what they put out. Because there's like a bunch of people on like Twitter and DeviantArt and stuff that I follow that do WoW fan art. And
we're not like into a particular style. Like we just really want to see what people are into. It's not like we need you to be like this type of style, and like don't think that you're too bad or that you have the wrong style to enter. Like we have such a wide audience. We like different things, so
be creative. I wish I could. I mean, I'm not particularly artistic, but like I was thinking like, oh, I could do like a comic or something that would be so cool. And then I'm like, no, you can't, Danielle. You work for Wowhead. That's not fair to everybody else.
This is true.
But maybe I'll like drop something just for fun, just to like be like, hey, you could do all these weird things. Because there's just so many different types of things you could do. You could do something cutesy. You can do some super serial. You know what I mean? Like you could just, I don't know. I'm super excited.
Yeah, you could draw like a bunch of weapons if you're like, oh, I'm really excited that I can get Ashbringer.
Yeah.
So,
I'm really
excited. It doesn't have to be like 3 characters and one must be holding a weapon and they must be in combat.
Yeah,
we're a little more relaxed than how the Blizzard Art Contest
it just has to be Legion related.
Yeah, and if you're watching this and you are like, oh, I'm not an artist, but I know someone that, is really awesome and their tablet's broken, I'll let them know. That'd be really awesome because we know that this contest is a bit more narrow in scope than some of the giveaways we do, like the scavenger hunt. But, we do tons of giveaways, so we thought this was a really unique one that would be awesome, and the timing was great with featuring people at BlizzCon, and we'll have many more Legion giveaways in general, and, if you're not an artist, it's sort of, do you really need this tablet? No, you'd probably want a mount or a head anyway.
The prize is so art-related that I don't feel like it's one of those things like, oh, this is unfair because I'm not an artist. Well, what the heck would you do with an awesome art tablet if you're not an artist? Like,
if you just want to sell it, that would be very sad, and that's not the sort of community spirit we want.
The point. I'm super excited though. I cannot wait to see some of the submissions. And if you guys have like a favorite artist, or if you are an artist, like be sure to enter and be sure to encourage your favorite WoW artists to enter, because I think this could just be a really cool like community thing where we can all just like we
don't want people to be like, oh, well, this person's going to win, I won't enter. It's like, you guys can talk to each other or, stream it. Like, let us know when you're streaming it. I said, there's multiple people picking entries, so it's not like I have to be nice to, like, perk to win. Like, it's not like that.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. And I would like to think that when it comes time to judging, that, like, people will not even know, like, whose is whose.
Yeah, I mean, how the way it's set up, it sort of goes to this private gallery right now, and I do look at it and I can associate images with names, because like I said, we have received some entries that are not original artwork, so I've had to message those people and tell them not to do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So
don't do that. I mean, we've had a couple people ask if like stick figures count, and like, I mean, you can enter whatever you like, but it is an art contest. So unless you've got some serious like stick figure skills, I'm not sure that you would win with stick figures.
Yeah, unless it's like a comic and it's the most hilarious comic ever about Legion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it, and if you think you can creatively enter and really like knock it out of the park, by all means. But we're hoping to see some really cool like non-troll entries. And I'm just there are just like so many people in my. It's not like 1 or 2. I mean, like, I could probably rip off a list of like 20 people that I really hope enter.
And
like,
I mean, there's so many prizes. Like 4 tablets is really awesome for a giveaway.
Yeah,
like,
it is. And if it goes well, then like in the future, Wowhead will be able to do more stuff like this. And
yeah, exactly. So view this as a test run. We'd love to do more like this.
We're guinea pigging you.
Yeah. If this goes well, we'll do more like this, as well as the other regular Legion giveaways, and we'll have other ones leading up to BlizzCon as well.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions about anything that we talked about today, or anything regarding the contest or anything like that?
Yeah, we know the contest rules are pretty long, so,
Yeah.
Just read them carefully, and we'll be happy to reiterate any stuff that you may have missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Harvest Fest existed?
Man, I should have that be a chart. Did you know this existed before this post? Yes or no?
I consider myself to be cultured in WoW holidays, and I had no idea that was a thing. Like, when I looked at it, I'm like, is this new? Is this new? Like, I feel like it's because there's, like, no mounts and no pets. It kind of is, like, it's not even, like, Pirates Day, where at least you get, like, a costume.
You're, like, the 4th, where the fireworks are really in your face.
Yeah, there's, like, nothing in your face about it at all. We want to rework.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. Not every holiday has to be some super polished affair that has achievements for everything. It's nice to discover something off the beaten path, but this is a little too off the beaten path, I feel.
That's so funny. Someone in chat said, oh, well, I have the trumpet thing that generates food. No, that's Pilgrim's Bounty. Not Harvest Fest. They're apparently two different things. Will there be an end of summer post on Wowhead soon?
If they can explain a little bit more, we had the post today up on the Karaji, Gardling, and the summer one. There should be on the front page, my character with the little pet.
It's up.
Yeah.
Answer, it's up.
And we did like a roundup of everything coming in September on the first day.
Never mind, just saw it.
It's okay. Yeah. We thought it was a good day to feature because it wasn't too early, but it wouldn't be us basically saying, hey guys, in an hour this is going away.
Yeah, it still gives you a day. I would like to think I'm not the only one who didn't know that holiday didn't exist, but whatever, no big deal. Well, while we're waiting for some questions to come in, I do want to take a minute to thank everybody who came and watched us live. We really appreciate it. If you happen to be watching the VOD of this, we stream live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We start a little later, but we always start up the stream at 6, and then we give people a little bit of time to get in before we, get into the hardball content.
Yeah, we don't want you to, miss anything interesting.
Yeah, and that's over at twitch.tv/wowhead, or you can always watch the VODs at youtube.com/wowhead. You can follow us to make sure that you are getting notifications when we go live, or even better, you can subscribe, in which case you will get access to our cute little emotes. We have a Pepe, and we also have a Wowhead rocket, or you can subscribe to this shit on YouTube. Words are hard. And also get notifications whenever we upload a video. And if you really, really like Wowhead, you can support us by subscribing to Wowhead Premium, which will remove all of the ads from the site. It'll give you a special color when you're posting. It'll allow you to track quests and customize your Today in Draenor. It's a pretty cool feature. And we have questions.
And we also have 10% off on the Blizzard Gear Shop with Wowhead 10.
Which I do not have the graphic for because I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
But I
and
do
25% off for teas at Jinx. And they both run through the end of September.
Yeah. Oh, and if you are interested, there is still today and part of tomorrow to sign up for the Loot Crate. And I recently found out that there will be 2 Blizzard items in this month's Loot Crate. One of them is Hearthstone. One of them is unannounced. So who knows what that's going to be. I'm kind of part of me really wants it to be a card back, but then also I feel like people would rage if that was a way that you could get a card back.
I think Reddit posted some earlier, and I don't know if you want to spoil it or not, but it's not. Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You just said it wasn't a card back, though. That's okay.
I just said, okay. Okay, so don't look at the front page of Hearthstone.
Still my beating heart. Anyways, if you guys are interested in that, there's a link on my Facebook. It's lootcrate.com/trade chat, and you can get a discount on that with coupon code TRADECHAT. What do we got? Question about the Warcraft movie. Yeah. Did you read the tweet about a problem movie? Yes. And you know what? It ticked me off. Because here's the thing. A lot of video game movies are based on video games, which have very little lore. That really are just action, shoot 'em up, right. Or really or a vampire, or all of these really tacky. Also, a lot of them are directed by Yu Bol, which in and of itself is an issue. But I really think when you're talking about something like Warcraft, there are novels written about Warcraft. This isn't, number one, it's not a World of Warcraft movie. That is a very common misconception. This is about the lore regarding the First War and Warcraft, the RTS. And secondly, most of the script is based off lore from the novels. So this isn't really a video game movie. It's a book adaptation, in my opinion.
Oh, that actually reminds me, a little bit of news that slipped in a few hours ago, actually, is that Blizzard is announced they're partnering with Random House for new novels. Ooh. So the new publishing line will launch in March 2016 with the novel World of Warcraft Illidan by William King. and then the StarCraft novel with the New York Times bestselling author Timothy Zahn.
Wow.
So Illidan in March is pretty cool.
That's...
You mentioned books, and I was like,
I
hey,
wonder if
we've
that's
got news.
a hint at things to come.
Yeah.
That's my wink. What do we got? At Wowhead, what class changes do you think may be coming in Legion, or what are some things you would like to see changed with some specs or classes? Well, I mean, we know that pretty much everything is getting at least mildly overhauled.
Yeah, to emphasize the fantasy more. Like, I'm a little anxious about rogues because we've heard hints that they're going more towards, like, a pirate or, like, a swashbuckler thing, and they want the specs to feel more distinct.
Yeah.
And rogues have always been really hard to split apart, so I'm curious what they'll do, and hopefully it won't be... You'll still have some of the spirit of the class. I don't want to wake up and be like, I don't recognize this class.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think that's going to be a thing.
yeah.
I think it'll only be, like, one spec. But I think that's a hard question to answer because... so much is changing, and we already know so much is changing, so it's hard to, like, say what we hope changes when we don't even know what is happening to begin with.
Yeah, also with the PvP system getting split out from PvE, hopefully that can reduce some, ability bloat and make things clearer for new players. Because it's weird when there's an ability that a new player doesn't really use, but it's, like, really useful in one particular area of the game. So that could help with balance as well.
Someone asked, when do you think that pre-orders will start for Legion?
So I know an issue with the Warlords pre-order was that people felt it started too soon before they knew much about the game. And at this point, we know even less than we did about Warlords at this point. Like, we haven't had a BlizzCon talking about it. At least after the Warlords pre-orders went up, the alpha information came out a few weeks later, I think. But I feel like we'll at least need BlizzCon at first because people don't really, they can't make an educated decision right now about the expansion. But you do get the pretty cool fellow puppy mount and pet if you do get it, though. Whenever you get it. And the level 100 boost.
What else we got? A good example is that a couple people have been asking to change resources on a hunter so focus doesn't just feel like energy renamed. Yeah, I don't want to get into too much specifics about that because, again, we don't really know enough to, like, have specific opinions on stuff like that yet. I know, someone just said don't hurt yourself, Answer. I did. I, like, lifted up my knee and, like, railed it on the desk twice. 2 times in a row. You'd think I'd learn, but no. So I'm going to go ahead, and what do you think? Wrapping it up time?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
All right. Well, thank you so much to everybody who watched. We really appreciate it, and we will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, someone keeps talking about Overwatch. I need to get this out of my system. I am so excited for Overwatch. I don't think I've ever anticipated a game so much in my life. Like, I'm obviously always excited for Blizzard, like, WoW expansions, but, like, that's because I've never quit playing WoW since I started playing. This is, like, a whole new game franchise, and I don't think I've ever given so many craps about a brand new game franchise in my life.
Yeah, you had a blast playing it at that convention you went to as well. Like, they were prying you away from the booth.
Well, no, it was I felt bad because they told me, they're like, oh, well, you can, because it wasn't, like, a very long line or anything, and they're like, oh, well, we can, like, let you hang out on one of these computers. I'm like, no, that's rude. I'm not going to do that. Like, I feel so bad. But, man, I just wanted to play all day. Like, it was so fun. Really, really, really fun. Just quickly, someone did ask if there was a Wowhead app in production, and I don't think there's an app in production right now, but the Wowhead mobile site just got overhauled, so the Wowhead mobile site is, like, really top-notch right now.
Yeah. So you can definitely use it on your phone.
So we are going to go. I hope that you guys have a great weekend and that you will join us next week, twitch.tv/Wowhead at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And... if you have any questions that we didn't answer, feel free to leave them in the comments of our YouTube channel. I usually keep an eye on those comments for about 24 hours after it's uploaded. So I hope that you guys all have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.